just let it load. Okay, there we go. Share to my groups. Okay, boss man, introduce yourself for everybody, man, for all the smashers out there.
Yes, sir. My name is Brian Scotty.
It seems like you kind of breaking up a little bit. Say it again.
Okay. Yes, sir. My name is Brian Scotty.
Okay. Now tell us what's going on, man. I see it say Uncle Phil's his 19-year-old autistic nephew is being mistreated by his parent and the jail system. Can you explain that to us? Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now. I couldn't
Yeah, it
hear you a
seems like your
minute ago.
connection is getting bad. So wherever you at, your connection getting bad.
It shouldn't. Let me make sure I'm totally okay. That better?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, sir. My name is Brian Scotty. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Now what's going on?
Yes. My name is Brian Scotty. I have a 19-year-old nephew who's right now in jail. On Sunday afternoon, he was witnessing his mom and dad having a verbal altercation in which his dad was throwing throwing dishes, breaking glasses. Uh, there's a lot of cussing going back and forth, and he decided that he was going to try to protect his mom and his younger two siblings.
Right.
So he went in the kitchen and grabbed a butter knife, uh, trying to defend his family from his dad. And this is a 19-year-old child that is artistic. Um, on a liquid diet, doesn't eat. Uh, but in the process of him trying to protect his family, uh, his dad called the police on him. Uh, my nephew was arrested Sunday afternoon. He was taken to JPS where he was supposed to be there for 48 hours. Uh, JPS released him at 2 a.m. on Monday to Fort Worth, where my nephew was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is from my understanding, a second degree felony. His bond was posted. He had a $7,000 bond. His bond was posted, but yet he still hasn't been released. Myself, my dad, his granddad, our preacher from church, we all went up. We tried to get them to understand heavily about his autism. Uh, we wanted to at least have the minister go in and be a part of the bond hearing, but he wasn't allowed. My nephew was questioned without proper representation. Uh, his mom wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed as his uncle to get representation. Uh, they expected a 19-year-old to really understand autism child to really understand the legal system, and he doesn't.
Right.
Uh, I think he's been poorly mishandled. Uh, I don't think they truly understand uh, that there has been a great lack of communication. We have tried to call. I've gone up there. Uh, all we're trying to do is just make sure that they understand the liquid diet and if they could possibly expedite his release. From my understanding, they're like 48 hours behind on getting people released from Fort Worth County Jail. And to me, that's unfair for people that are posting bond, uh, people that are trying to deal with stuff the right way, the legal way. Um, there's got to be better laws, better stuff in place. Um, it's actually making me want to be more involved in what's going on in the community as far as voting, as far as laws, as far
Right.
as knowing and having knowledge of how things should go and should not go. And this is one of these things now that it's hit home. Um, it just shows me the lack of care and concern that people have for people that are less fortunate than us that have all of our normal faculties.
Okay.
Uh,
Christian Reed have a question. That's a good question. Can you get proof from the doctor about his autism and about
yes,
the liquid diet that he's on?
yes,
Because I, cause I, like I said, I know in jail they really don't care. You gotta really go get to him and go to him and let him know because that's major. Because how long he been on that liquid diet?
he's been on this liquid diet all his life. He's
Oh
never
my
just eaten
goodness!
solid food. He'll lick the salt off of chips, crackers. Uh, but as far as just eating and digesting solid food, that's not him. Uh, he drinks Ensure, vanilla. Now it's $27 a case for
Right,
24. This
right,
this is our everyday expenses for him, just to try to help him survive. That's the severity of our concerns
right.
for him. Um, I mean, we had to fight with the officer, beg him, not fight. Let me rephrase. We had to beg him to allow us to send him a couple just so he can have a drink before while he was at JPS from what we was told where he was supposed to have been for 48 hours.
Man, yeah, that's major, man. Oh, they go and then because I know. Oh, so I'm just asking this. I don't know. I'm just asking. So he able to use a phone or anything?
Uh, he does have a cell phone that he normally play games and stuff on. I even had to try to beg them like, hey, when he leaves, can y'all notify us? And getting to run around on that and really don't think they gonna give us that call once he's released. I'm literally been up halfway through the night calling, trying to find out, is he still in there? Has he been released? So I can go get him when that process happens. Even had a cousin tell me, hey, we might get some lunch. We might have to get some lawn chairs and camp out because if they do release him with no phone service, who he gonna know to call?
Right,
What is he gonna know what to do? And that's stuff that they not really understanding.
right.
So,
Man, that
and
that
if they do communicate that to us, let us know, hey, we have these steps in place for people with his deficiency.
right,
There's no communication.
man. And but he can talk. But he can talk and speak and everything though. He pretty good at that, right?
He does talk verbally, but he doesn't openly talk. You
Right,
have to actually talk to him to get him to talk. He's not one of those people that just gonna come up to you and be like, hey, Unc, I need a drink. Like you have to ask him, hey, do you need a drink right now? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry for your drink? He don't just come out and speak for himself. You have to ask him these type of questions to get which the information that you need from him to help him.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of strange, man. I can't believe they ain't. Is no one is even and trying to contact. Man, it got me a loss for words right now because I'm trying to see how would they be able to. Yeah, I done told them, but I know they did. I know for a fact they didn't pass that on to them jailers or nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's
No,
the what you finna say?
they said they tried to call the medical people that's over the jails, but no one was responding or answering. They sent
And see, man, that's the
y'all
problem.
call, let us know, and I got two phones with, and they got both numbers, and ain't neither number came from them yet. No calls.
See, that's the problem, man. Them people ain't gonna call. I was locked out when I was locked up in jail. They ain't. They. I was sick, and they ain't for. I was sick for a couple of weeks, and they ain't even come check on me, man. So I already know how they do. So yeah, man. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all gonna have to stay out there until they release them people, because you don't want to release them to nowhere, to to the open like that. They won't even let you know when they're finna release them. That's just how them jails do, man. Not for
Nah,
real.
my plan is to be camped out tonight. Like when I get off of work at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna keep calling. If he hadn't been released, I'm gonna have to go sit out there. Because if you do release him, y'all not gonna hold him until I get there. Y'all gonna push him out the side door, and I'm gonna have to fly to get there just to make sure he don't wander off or get scared. Cause downtown could be dangerous at night. It's a lot of people wandering the streets. A lot of people living on the streets.
Yeah, man. And then his daddy done press charges on.
That's the crazy part. Me as a father, if I had a child, even dealing with autism, they can, get aggressive at times. They give you lessons on how to deal with it. But to outright press charges, to outright say he attacked me, he tried to stab me, but don't say your part in it. Don't say how you was screaming and cussing. Don't say you was throwing dishes. Don't say you was breaking glasses. Don't say how you verbally came out and have told people that God has punished you for blessing you with children that are autism, because he has two sons that are autistic.
Wait. He said that?
Yes, he has verbally said that to people. So this
Oh,
mistreatment of children of people with these disorders, heck, there should be a jail sentence for that.
man, that's cold
They
blooded,
throwing
man.
people in jail for everything else. I just don't see how my nephew was arrested and the father wasn't. And the crazy part about it, when they researched the father's name and my sister named his mother, they could see all the cause of domestic disturbances that have been associated with those names. But yet, you take him. They took my sister once when she was at her own house and he came over and was being disruptive.
Right.
He begged them to take her to jail. They took my sister to jail and not him. He was the one that was not supposed to be over there. But this is the system. You cry enough, you get what you want. And I guess him being the crybaby that he is, he getting what he wants. And
Yeah,
nothing's being done to him. Nothing's being said to him, but then they want people to be at peace and just accept what he's doing.
Yeah, man, that ain't right though, man. Some, mm. Yeah, that ain't right, man. He already basically he really said it. He really doing it on purpose in a way.
It's all to hurt, but you hurting your kids. You trying to hurt the woman, but you hurting the kids.
And then he
You
already let
put
him
your
know that.
son in a situation to where if they say, well, we're going to throw them in general population, they pick on people like that in there. That's not a safe place for your son to be, your child to be.
Especially an autistic child. And you
Right.
and see, you gotta understand in people probably in jail trying to give them something to eat. You know, you got people that try to give something to eat that see he ain't eating and not understanding, try to give him something. They don't know that he on a liquid diet. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? And you know,
Yes, sir.
as hungry as a person get, something a person might try what they have just because they hungry.
Very true. Very true.
And that daddy know he had that disability and put his son in there to even get in that type of situation. Boy, that's a low down
He
dirty
don't care.
daddy there, buddy. What I say?
He don't care.
Man, say
It's
he
all about him. It's all about him. That's the selfishness that he displayed and has displayed. But it's sad that his children got to suffer because of his selfishness and his ignorance. It's just no way.
man,
I
I
have a son. If me and my son got into it right now, I'm not finna have him thrown in jail.
nah man, I got
I'm
four
gonna
of
handle
them. So
it. And then we're gonna have a conversation.
we gonna wrestle before somebody goes
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you.
And it ain't like he had a butter knife. Let me remind, a butter knife. Not an edge pointed knife. He had a round knife. And a lot of time we know butter knives barely cut butter.
It seemed like he was looking for something though. That's what it seemed like. He was looking, he was pressing for something. That's what I get from it. That ain't right, man. That
That's
ain't right.
exactly what it was. And I hate that my nephew is suffering because of it. And my thing is, if you see a history of domestic disturbance, one, why wouldn't you keep the child that's autistic at JPS for 48 hours to make sure he's okay, make sure he's getting the proper care that he needs, and then why wouldn't you take the daddy to jail?
Mm. And I don't get that either, man.
He has never had to deal with it. He's always been given the high five, the scapegoat. Like these laws and stuff got to change. The protection of our women got to change.
I have
The
Cynthia.
protection of our children got to change.
I have Cynthia Martinez on made a comment. She said, "Please, my son is also autistic, and when sometimes he also will get violent and destructive, but not once did they ever take him to jail. They took him to a behavioral facility or something of some sort. It didn't matter how old he was. Please tell." And
The
she said,
resources are out there.
"Yep, please
The
tell
resources
handle
are out
these
there.
steps."
That's what led me believe that his daddy had to make it sound way worse than what it really was for them to take him to jail and not him get the attention or the treatment that he deserves.
Yeah,
He
he
has medical records to prove his autism. This ain't made up. He has documentation.
right.
He's gotten Social Security benefits from it.
So he getting money from it and still tripping. That's cold blooded, man. It's really I'm really lost for words. We go we go what's your next move?
My next move is just to continue to try to find people to help. I just want to get him out. I want to get him out. Then I want to get him the assistance he needs to fight this case because it ain't going away.
Right.
I don't see a daddy going down there saying, "Hey, I want to drop all this. I don't want to press this on my son." I don't see that. Now I could be wrong, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't believe he's the type of man to own up to his mistake, to his failure, to his faults, and take a burden off his child. I don't see it. Now, if he proved me wrong, I'll come back on here and apologize. Until
Right.
then, it is what it is. He ain't no man. He a coward and he a wimp for what he did. And that's without me using all the other languages that I want to use.
Right. And you say y'all you have contacted the jail and they said it was 48 hours. They 48 hours behind on letting people out of jail.
48 hours behind letting people out of jail.
I ain't ever heard nothing like that, boy. That's cold. That 48 hours is 2 days letting people out of jail. What kind of mess is that?
I don't know. I'm getting a phone call right now. I don't know if it's them or not. I don't know if we're going to get disconnected, but I need the answer.
We're gonna answer.
Okay.
Hey, that cold blooded guy. That cold blooded right there. Whew. Mm, mm, mm. So
Now,
the
not them.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's cold blooded, man. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get some help for you too, man. I know a couple of people out that way. I see what I can do. And cause that means so how long he been in there again?
He's been in there since 2 o'clock Monday morning.
He been in there since 2 o'clock Monday morning,
Yes,
and he's
sir.
on a liquid diet,
Yes, sir.
and that is crazy, man. And they said they 48 hours behind. That cold blooded there, man. Hmm.
48 hours behind. It's
Mm-hmm.
so bad while I was there with the bondsman posting his bond, a Hispanic lady came in, posted her mama bond Friday, and she was still in there.
What? Oh yeah, they tripped.
Yeah.
But
Said
you
her
know
mama
what? I
keep
mean,
calling, trying to figure out when she gonna get out. And she's still in there.
yeah, they
And that
tripping,
was
man.
yesterday when I was posting my nephew bond. So it's Tuesday. My heart telling me he ain't gonna see the light until Friday.
Man, they gonna have to say that's a problem in itself. That's too long. Dallas County don't even take that long. I thought Dallas County took long, but this is out of this crazy right here, man.
But then they'll take you 6 to 12 hours, which it shouldn't take no more than 3 to 4.
Man, say they know they
Plugging a
wrong
few
for that.
keys on some keyboards shouldn't take all day. There's someone
Man,
there that's not forcing jobs getting done.
man, say that right there's something else. That's and you say the Mexican lady done 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 paid for her mama to get out Friday, and she still wasn't out Monday.
Still wasn't there.
God, dog.
Everybody must have been on vacation.
Man, say. And I don't know if they see something wrong with that. They got that. That's crazy.
Nah,
Hey,
they
call the
don't.
sergeant.
They don't see nothing wrong with it.
What I'm gonna do is I'm finna get ready to end this live, and I'm finna try to make some calls for you, see what we can do, cause I got his name and stuff, and I probably have to tag you in with it too, so we can get it to curb. But that's cold blooded right there. So let me try to see can I push forward for you, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet.
Appreciate your time and everything.